What could possibly be more dazzling than seeing two of Korea's biggest stars not just together, but inside their jaw-dropping newlywed mansion? Unbelievable. Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo stun fans with inside look at their lavish newlywed mansion. Join red carpet revealed as we take you beyond the gates and uncover every luxurious detail right now. It started with a single video clip that appeared without warning on a quiet Tuesday afternoon. No official press release. No teasing social media posts, just a 30-second glimpse uploaded to a newly created account that bore no verification mark. Within hours, it was being shared in every corner of the internet. The thumbnail alone was enough to cause a stir, a pair of tall, elegant silhouettes framed against the open doors of a sunlit mansion. And when viewers hit play, the reality was even more dazzling than the imagination could conjure. There, in the crisp clarity of daylight, stood Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo, Korea's undisputed golden couple, smiling faintly as they guided the camera inside their home for the very first time. It wasn't an elaborate tour with rehearsed commentary. Instead, it felt like a fleeting peek into a space that was deeply personal. The kind of place that rarely escapes the walls of celebrity privacy. The opening shot captured the driveway, flanked by manicured hedges and lined with smooth, ivory-colored stone. A wrought iron gate glistened under the early spring sun, its intricate design unmistakably custom-made. Beyond the gate, the sweeping front lawn stretched like a carpet of emerald, with flowering dogwood trees whose petals drifted lazily in the breeze. Lee Min-ho appeared first, casual in a soft linen shirt and tailored trousers, his trademark easy smile tempered by a watchful awareness of the camera. A moment later, Song Hye Kyo emerged beside him, her hair swept into a loose ponytail, wearing an ivory cashmere sweater that seemed to mirror the tone of the mansion's exterior. The two exchanged a glance, brief, private, yet brimming with an unspoken understanding, and then stepped inside. The living room was the first revelation, flooded with natural light from floor-to-ceiling windows. Seemed to float above the city skyline visible in the distance. Plush cream sofas faced a low marble coffee table, upon which rested a simple vase of fresh lilies. Art adorned the walls, not the ostentatious kind one might expect in a show of wealth, but pieces that hinted at personal taste. A watercolor of Parisian streets, a monochrome photograph of ocean waves. On the far side, a built-in bookshelf stretched from floor to ceiling, lined with novels in multiple languages and framed photographs that eagle-eyed fans would later freeze-frame to identify. "This feels like them," one fan wrote on Twitter within minutes of the clip going viral. "Elegant, calm, but still so warm." Others zoomed in on the details, a chess set by the window, the faint reflection of a grand piano in a mirrored surface, the way their footsteps echoed softly on the polished oak floors. As the camera panned left, the kitchen came into view, a masterpiece of modern design in matte black and brushed gold. A long island sat at its center, its surface gleaming, with two glasses of wine placed as if awaiting an evening toast. Song Hye Kyo moved effortlessly within the space, opening a cabinet to reveal neatly stacked porcelain plates. Lee Min-ho, leaning casually against the island, poured sparkling water into one of the glasses, his gaze drifting toward her in a way that the internet would replay endlessly, dissecting every nuance. "This isn't just a house," declared a popular lifestyle blogger. "It's a curated love story in architecture and design." The dining area extended seamlessly from the kitchen, anchored by a 10-seat oak table that looked both sturdy and inviting. Above it hung a statement chandelier, modern yet delicate, with cascading glass droplets that caught the light like raindrops. A large framed photo of the couple's wedding day dominated one wall, the image captured in soft focus, their faces turned toward each other with expressions of pure joy. Outside the dining room's sliding glass doors, a terrace stretched toward the horizon. From this vantage point, the city lay in miniature far below, while beyond it, the faint shimmer of the sea hinted at the mansion's enviable location. Potted olive trees and cushioned lounge chairs dotted the space, promising quiet mornings with coffee and endless summer nights under the stars. The clip's final moments took viewers down a corridor lined with minimalist artwork, the light shifting as the camera approached what appeared to be a private wing of the home. Before the door at the end could be opened, the video cut abruptly to black. That was all it took. Within an hour, tags Lee Min-ho's Hye Kyo mansion and newlywed luxury rocketed to the top of trending lists in South Korea, Japan, and several Southeast Asian countries. In the West, fan pages picked up the clip, marveling at the blend of intimacy and opulence on display. Was this a deliberate reveal? Or an unplanned leak? And why now? So soon after their wedding had already sent the entertainment world into a frenzy? Reporters scrambled for answers. But both stars' management teams remained silent. The only public comment came from an anonymous friend of the couple who told a local entertainment outlet, "This house is very special to them. Spent months choosing every detail together. It's their sanctuary." By nightfall, entertainment news programs were looping the video on repeat, with commentators offering breathless analysis of everything from the architectural style, a fusion of modern Korean minimalism and Mediterranean warmth, to the possible symbolism of the art choices. The ocean photograph might represent shared travel memories. In online forums, fans speculated about the unseen private wing. Was it an expansive master suite? A home theater? Or perhaps a nursery? Hinting at the next chapter in their fairy tale? Unanswered questions only heightened the intrigue. And as the first day of the mansion frenzy drew to a close, one thing was certain: this was no ordinary celebrity home reveal. This was a glimpse into a world that Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo had guarded fiercely, until now. 2 days after the clip's mysterious debut, a second video surfaced. This time, it came from a verified source, a joint upload to Lee Min-ho's and Song Hye Kyo's official YouTube channel. Titled simply Home. It opened with the same corridor where the first clip had ended, the camera slowly advancing toward the double doors at the far end. When the doors swung open, viewers gasped audibly in comment sections across the globe. The master suite was a masterpiece of understated elegance. Soft beige walls framed a king-sized bed dressed in crisp white linens, with a cashmere throw casually draped across the foot. Floor-to-ceiling windows offered a panoramic view of the coastline, the morning sun painting the room in gold. On the nightstand, a single-framed photograph captured a candid moment from their honeymoon, Song Hye Kyo laughing mid-stride, Lee Min-ho looking at her like she was the only person in the world. From the bedroom, the video flowed into a spacious walk-in closet, organized with almost military precision. Featured custom cabinetry, glass-fronted drawers for accessories, and a center island displaying watches, jewelry, and sunglasses. Lee Min-ho's section held neatly hung suits and rows of polished leather shoes, while Song Hye Kyo's side showcased an array of designer dresses and handbags in a spectrum of soft, neutral tones. The tour continued into a private lounge area. Sleek home theater faced a wall of retractable glass that opened to the backyard. Here, the mood shifted from refined elegance to sun-soaked leisure. The infinity pool seemed to spill directly into the horizon, its surface reflecting the cloudless sky. Nearby, a small bar area stood ready for poolside cocktails, while a shaded pergola offered a spot to retreat from the midday heat. But it was the garden that stole the second video's spotlight. Song Hye Kyo led the camera down a winding stone path bordered by lavender and rosemary bushes, as soft as she explained that she'd planted them herself. The center of the garden bloomed a meticulously tended rose patch, each variety chosen for its unique scent and color. "This is my favorite place," she said simply, to inhale the fragrance of a blush pink bloom. Lee Min-ho, rejoining her on the path, added with a grin, "She spends more time here than anywhere else in the house." The exchange was brief, but it was enough to send their fans into an emotional tailspin. Comments flooded in, "They're so in love. Like watching a drama come to life. Protect them at all costs." Midway through the video, the couple sat together on the terrace, sharing coffee as the city unfolded below. Their conversation was casual, snippets about the weather, a planned dinner with friends, but the comfort between them was undeniable. It was the kind of scene that, if celebrity, could have belonged to any couple deeply settled into a shared life. And yet, for those watching, it felt like a gift, proof that their on-screen chemistry had translated into something enduring and real. In the days that followed, videos were dissected frame by design enthusiasts, relationship analysts, gossip columnists alike. Some praised the home's blend of intimacy and grandeur, how it reflected both their personalities, his affinity for sleek, modern lines, her love for warm, organic textures. On the personal touches, a pair of matching coffee mugs, a wall of travel photographs, shelf lined with fan-given mementos. Perhaps most telling was how the couple handled the wave of renewed attention. There were no defensive statements, no attempts to reclaim privacy. Instead, they leaned into the moment, sharing occasional snapshots of their home life on social media, a sunset view from the balcony. Full set for two on the terrace. A close-up of their dog napping by the fireplace. Each post was met with an outpouring of affection, solidifying their place not just as beloved entertainers, but as a kind of aspirational love story for millions. Months later, in a rare joint interview, asked why they'd chosen to share their home with the public at all, Song Hye Kyo smiled thoughtfully before answering. "We've been given so much love from our fans. This house is a part of our lives. Wanted to let them see where our story continues. It's not about showing luxury, it's about showing a life we've built together." Lee Min-ho nodded, adding, "And maybe, it's our way of saying thank you." The interviewer noted the way they glanced at each other then. Silent exchange that spoke volumes. And in that moment, it became clear that the real marvel wasn't the mansion's sprawling views or designer interiors. It was the quiet partnership at its heart, a connection that had turned four walls and a roof into something truly priceless. By the time the interview aired, the videos had been viewed over 50 million times. Fans still speculated about what might come next, a family, perhaps, or a new joint project, but there was no rush. For now, the sight of Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo walking hand in hand through their sunlit garden was more than enough. Because in the end, the unbelievable part wasn't the mansion itself. It was that in a world where celebrity often means distance, they had opened their doors and, for just a little while, let the world in. Weeks after the mansion reveal, the buzz had shifted from pure fascination with the property to deeper admiration for the couple's relationship. Lifestyle magazines began publishing think pieces with titles like, "What We Can Learn from Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo's Home Life and Luxury Meets Love, The Real Story Behind Korea's Most Famous Newlyweds." These weren't the usual glossy profiles that focused only on celebrity style or net worth. They dug into the idea that a home, no matter how lavish, was truly defined by the people who lived in it. One particularly heartfelt piece, a journalist who had interviewed both stars years before wrote, "They've always been magnetic individuals in their own right, but together, they radiate a sense of peace that's rare in this industry. The mansion is stunning. Yes, but the real beauty lies in the way they share it." Even their peers in the entertainment world chimed in. A fellow actor who had worked with Lee Min-ho commented in a radio interview, "Min-ho has always had a good eye for detail, but this time, you can tell he poured his heart into every corner of that house. And Hye Kyo, she makes it feel like home. That's the magic." Another friend of Song Hye Kyo revealed that the couple hosts small, private dinners for their closest friends at least once a month. Dishes they've cooked themselves rather than relying on catering. "It's their way of grounding themselves," she explained. "Don't want to lose the simple joys that come with everyday life." The public lapped it up. Social media filled with fans posting their own mansion-inspired home corners, tiny balconies turned into gardens, cozy reading nooks inspired by the couple's living room, even DIY recreations of the couple's terrace dining space. It became a gentle movement, not to copy the wealth, capture the feeling of comfort and warmth the mansion embodied. Evening, during a live Q&A session on Instagram, a fan asked them directly, "What's your favorite place in the house?" Song Hye Kyo paused for a moment before replying, "The kitchen. Because that's where our mornings begin." Lee Min-ho smiled and added, "For me, it's the balcony at night. We can see the whole city. But it feels like it's just ours." The answer was simple, yet it resonated deeply with viewers, forcing the idea that beyond all the marble, glass, and designer touches, their happiness rested in the moments they shared together. By the time autumn rolled around, the mansion had become more than just a backdrop, it was a symbol. A symbol of two people who had navigated the glare of fame, weathered rumors, and still chosen to open a window into their private world. Fans knew they might never get another glimpse this intimate, but that was fine. The mystery was part of the allure. So, the image remained, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo, framed against the golden light of their terrace, horizon stretching endlessly behind them. No press conference, no scripted declaration, just two people standing together, their lives intertwined, their home a testament not only to success, love story still being written with every sunrise. Thank you for staying with us until the very end of this story. Your time, curiosity, support mean the world. Stay tuned for more unforgettable moments and exclusive glimpses into the lives you love.